Welcome to episode 3 of When the Ink Dries. I'm your host, Jerry Beardman. This episode will feature the works of Australian author Kay Gray, which include Balm and Bone and Bloodbound, as well as 2 short stories. She also has a couple works in progress that I'll talk about later in this episode. Kay Gray is a wife and mother, as well as a full-time university student who fits writing into her spare time as well as working on her drawing hobby. A huge reader of the classics, Kay blends a lot of these writing styles together to make her own very unique style that is both classical and timeless. She is also a massive supporter of other indie authors, as well as the readers and reviewers of indie books. Her first novel, Balm and Bone, is the first book in the Magi trilogy, which is a high fantasy series. The FMC of this novel is Asael, whose untamed magic has made her an exile on the Isle of Magi. Summoned to the Kingdom of Zenith to aid a tyrant king's war, Asael starts to discover things about both her ancestors and about the kingdom that is on the precipice of destruction. Her mentor and our MMC, Eamon, works to unravel everything that she thought she knew about her destiny. When trust is a word without meaning, can Eamon and Asael team up to save Omos? Kay does a fantastic job weaving this story full of amazing world building, a unique plot and magic system, and characters that are relatable and full of yearning. In her second novel, Bloodbound, Kay puts her literary roots to the test. If you combine the epic style of Homer, the tragedies of Shakespeare, the vampire lore of Anne Rice, and stories of love and loss like Emily Dickinson, you get this absolute masterpiece. Bloodbound is definitely in my top 10 reads of all time because of the incredible way this story unwinds. In a realm where peace between humans and vampires is on a delicate tightrope, life as everyone knows it is about to change. Myth, one of the most powerful of sanguine blood, is thrust into the middle of a marriage treaty she believes to be wrong between her sister Arya and the king of the human territory. Defying her evil father, Myth decides to hunt for the Bloodstone, the one object that can save the vampires, which is buried in a crypt that only the true heir can open. Navigating through betrayal and battling a tyrant who wants the Bloodstone for wicked reasons, Myth must make an incredibly selfless decision to save the realm. You'll laugh and you'll cry and you'll be blown away by this novel. Kay has also published 2 Christmas short stories, The Not-So-Secret Santa, which is an office romance short story, and Kissed by the Winter Solstice, which is a fantasy. For upcoming works, Kay is currently drafting Hunt and Fury, Book 2 of the Magi series, as well as Void and Legacy, which will be Book 3, and they will both be released about the same time in 2027. She is also working on DTTD, which is a standalone fantasy that will be coming in 2028. Additionally, she's working on a book of poetry, which currently has 50 poems in it and no release date yet. And finally, she is co-writing Project MRE, a mafia romance with Teddy B. They are nearly finished with the first draft, but have no release date set yet. And that's all for this episode. Be sure to check out Kay on Instagram at author Kay Gray. And on the next episode of When the Ink Dries, I'll feature the works of Ada Marlowe, author of the Scales of Eternity fantasy series and the Strawberry Plains series, which is a small-town contemporary romance.